Well, doctors cannot say if Formula One world champion Michael Schumacher will recover from his head injury as he remains in critical condition and in a coma.
Mr. Schumacher was admitted to the Grenoble hospital yesterday at around 12:40 p.m. after a ski accident which took place at Meribel late morning. When he arrived, he was suffering from a serious cranial trauma and a coma which required immediate treatment in the neurosurgery operation block. Last evening he was in a critical condition and he remains at this point in a critical condition.
Well, to get the latest on Michael Schumacher's situation, we're joined by Anustup Roy, Press TV's correspondent in Paris. Thank you very much, Anustup, for joining us. Tell us about Michael Schumacher's situation right now.
Well, the latest that the doctors have released in terms of information is that the trauma is so serious that even if he recovers, there can be really scars left behind, either in terms of psychological case or in terms of physical scars. And all in all, it seems like the accident was really severe because he was wearing a helmet, but at the same time, the shock, the accident managed to really hurt him very badly, particularly in his head and his skull. The area where he was skiing was actually off-piste. That is, it's considered to be beyond the recommended limits of where one can ski. At the same time, this is also a place where Michael Schumacher owns a property and visits quite often when he feels like skiing. So this is an area, a geography that he knows, but at the same time, off-piste skiing is considered to be extremely risky, particularly because of weather changes or because of avalanches, or in this particular case, rocks, which can really badly affect and hurt someone.
Okay, right, Anustup. And can you tell us about how he was taken to hospital? Was there anything that could have been done to prevent this from happening?
Well, he was first taken to a much smaller hospital, and from there immediately he was carried on by the fastest means, probably by helicopter, onto Grenoble, which is the biggest city near the French Alps mountains. And that is where some of the biggest and the most important brain surgeons of France have gathered, and some of them are familiar with Michael Schumacher in person, and they have been carrying out all the operations and the necessary medical treatment. At the same time, we also know that this probably could not have been predicted and therefore could not have been prevented. However, if he had not been skiing off-piste, this may not have certainly happened. At the same time, his family is also saying that this is a situation where his son was skiing with him, so he probably, as a father, knew the dangers and was sort of sure that this was not what he was going to face. Unfortunately, this did happen.
Right, Anustup, tell us about the reactions, how the media is reflecting the story and how people are reacting to the news. Michael Schumacher was a legend, and then imagine we're just entering the new year and this has hit the sports world. So how are people reacting?
Well, it is a gigantic shock, not just for the world of car racing, but also the whole world of sports and all fans of sports in general. Now, let's see, for example, we are having reactions all over Twitter and Facebook from Lewis Hamilton, from Fernando Alonso, from Jenson Button, and not just people from car racing world, but also from Boris Becker, who's from the world of tennis, for example. Even today, there were footballers reacting. All of them are praying for his quick recovery, for his safety, and they're all praying that his family goes through this particularly difficult situation. The thoughts are all with both him and his family, which is a very difficult situation at the end of the year, during the festive season, and when he was actually just going out to have some leisure and fun time with his family. So this is certainly a gigantic shock for the whole world of sports.